be posted everywhere. Ooh, we are in the game! Waiting for everyone to connect. I show everyone is not connected. There we go.
I did too for a second. Alright, so we're starting off with end guns on the left on the blue team. And they're going to be first pick and bans.
Man, both teams banning really fast. First ban coming out for blue team is Jana. Second ban, Fizz for the purple. Third ban, Shen. Fourth is Ari. Haven't seen a lot of these guys this year. I did one game for Baby Koalas, but I cannot remember much about it. I've seen so many games.
Seems like
so
they're
far.
banning the high mobility casters mid, as they seem to have problems with that.
Yes, very much so. Jana, obviously the #1 support right now. That's a no-brainer. So neither team will get that. And Warwick being extremely popular among the Utah crowd, as I've heard from other people from outside the state. And we usually play him pretty well, so that is a popular pick, so they will ban him out. That suppression is just so strong, and his sustainability with his healing anywhere, really.
Strategy, it looks like, from each team, with end guns choosing to ban out strong top lane champions and good support, and Baby Koalas
first
for
pick.
a lot of bans on the mobility champions.
Yes, very much. First pick will be Ash. Not normally a first pick. You can usually pick her up later, I believe. So apparently they were really wanting to get her. Somebody must have been practicing her. Chris Bacon always plays jungle. He is right now probably trolling picks, is my guess. He'll be jungle. It usually does Mundo. Is my guess is who he will pick. Mundo, in my opinion, being one of the top junglers right now. So very strong pick.
Definitely. He's a very strong tournament player. Fast clear times, great ganks. I'm surprised he wasn't banned either. I was really hoping to see a Teemo pick, just because he's kind of my favorite right now. But
He is he's pretty fun. Every once in a while I'll play him, pick him up.
well, the changes, his sustainability's, well, his damage output, I should say, is much higher. So that's nice. Nice that he got fixed, rather.
Yes, that's what's nice. So we see Cog coming out for the first pick. Very strong AD right now. I love playing Cog. His damage, his late game is so good. And that Nunu combo with him bottom lane, all that attack speed is just hard to deal with. Looks like they'll try and counter with Leona, and Monkey will be top lane. Steve Neslo does play top lane, I do know that. And I think Zyver plays jungle for them. As far as purple teams, Baby Koalas, Chris Bacon usually plays jungle. Pinned is their support. Man, I'm blanking here. Korean is their mid or AD, I can't remember. Rominus.
The really strong point of going with Nunu and Kog'Maw is their dual slows. Kog'Maw, obviously, with a strong range attack, can just pound on people, and no way for them to either get away or get close to them without a flash or some kind of gap closer. So that's going to be a great combo.
Yes, agreed. And those slows do stack, if I am correct on that. If I do remember correctly. Kale and Eve. Even though they did buff Kale, she still seems a little weak in my opinion, so I doubt they'll pick her or Eve. Pin switching it around. Man, they're just trolling us all over the place. So We'll just have to wait until they lock to see what they actually pick for their selections.
Oh, come on, Eve. That would have been great. Troll pick Eve.
Yeah.
I would have loved it.
Both these teams looking to pick up a win here. They need it desperately as they are both on the cusp of 7 and 8. We all know that the top 8 teams will qualify for the tournament, so both teams do need a win to stay above that line. Depending on what happens tonight, we will see. Let's see, Olaf pick. Olaf would be jungle.
He'd actually be a really strong top lane pick, especially against Jarvan. You know, both of them are maybe champs, but Olaf can just really outclass Jarvan in terms of sustainability and just tear through him with his true damage. So that would be a good matchup. However, Monkey King also great. He can get in and out really fast, and also reduce that armor, which is going to be great against any top laner.
Yeah, that slow poke that he has with the clone and the Q, really good. Flashback will play Annie, I know that for sure. He's been on the Annie bandwagon for some time now. Plays her really well, actually. Has perfectly timed Tibbers action with the stuns. So we'll see an Annie.
It's always fun to see a good Annie play. It's unfortunate she needs a little bit of. She doesn't have the mobility as you see a lot of the newer Magic casters or AP mids these days. So
yeah, and that seems to be why people have steered away from her lately. So
I hear she's getting some buffs in the next patch, which will be nice to see.
yes, I did see that too.
Change.
Some slight buffs, enough to help her though. So it looks like we'll see a Annie Cassiopeia mid, and I'm not sure who their jungle would be. It won't be Mundo, I know that much. So probably gonna see, I would guess, Jarvan in the jungle. Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, it's either Jarvan or Nunu, right? So I think we're gonna see Jarvan. Interesting.
Jarvan.
So top, who's gonna be top?
Top will be Mord versus the Monkey King. That'll be our top. And then we'll obviously see the Nunu.
A lot of change. I'm not going to say anything until they're swapping.
They're probably listening to the stream and they keep swapping. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they were doing. So, not sure what we'll see. They'll swap here a few more times, I'm sure, before the 20 seconds is up and we enter the delay period, which we can then talk about the matchups that we're about to see in all the lanes.
It's interesting. We've got I bet we see Jarvan's going to go jungle.
He
and
is.
They'll have Mordekaiser is going to go top versus Monkey King, and then support Nunu.
Okay.
Double flash though. That's interesting. Or sorry, double smite.
I wonder if that was meant to happen, or if he was trolling and didn't change it.
You know what?
Fast
Just
enough.
earlier, I went against a double jungle comp that just kind of destroyed us because our double roaming comp because we didn't know, we hadn't seen it in so long. But if they pulled that out, I'd actually be pretty impressed.
Yeah, that's. Who knows? They might have done it. We've seen some different stuff here in the ULB as of late. Last week we saw Malphite start AP and then went into a tank build. Did extremely well against the Pantheon, so I don't know, maybe we'll see something like that today with the double smite coming out there. Hopefully they didn't troll that and he didn't get stuck with smite. Hopefully that was meant to be. I didn't notice it until the end, so I don't know. So what we will have here is we'll have bottom lane will be Leona Ashe going against Kog'Maw Nunu combo. So a lot of crowd control will be going down in that bottom lane. I would assume around level 6 we'll see a lot of action between those. And then we have the top lane, which I am guessing is going to be the Monkey King and Mordekaiser going toe-to-toe. Mordekaiser with that shield will have a lot of sustain to hold up against the Monkey King's poke and just whittling him down, so that shield will help a lot there. And then we'll see an Olaf jungle going against Jarvan in the jungle. Chris Bacon has been known to counter jungle. Not sure how well that would work with the Jarvan. So we'll find out here in a second if they do that. And then Annie versus Cassiopeia as the last picks. So
I think Annie's going to get harassed pretty well by Cassiopeia with those instants that she has. However, it's still kind of a toss-up. If it's a good Annie, she can really kind of dodge them and lay the smackdown when she gets her stun. However, you never know with Cassio, she could also do her stun. But good comments from some of the viewers talking about the double smite being used to be used for fast objective clears, which is very important. So,
yeah, they'll have good control on the dragon and Baron, of course, with the double smite coming out there. And I would assume the other team would notice that and pick them up. They are pretty well organized. Both teams have done really well so far. So here we go. We got about 3 seconds to get into the game before we get into the game with that spectator delay. So we will have N-Guns versus Baby Koalas. N-Guns being the blue team and Baby Koalas being the purple team. Hopefully it loads up here. I'm getting a white screen right now.
Yep, mine's loading up.
Okay, there we go. So, yes, the blue team is N-Guns, comprised of Spleeninator, the Empire, Steve Neslo, Zyver, and Flashback, going against the Baby Koalas with Chris Bacon, Bazillion pinned, MMTSS, Korean, and Romanus. I have a really hard time pronouncing English names ever since I learned Spanish, so if I do mess up on the names, you'll have to excuse me. I can no longer read English. I read Spanish pretty well. And we are in game. Here we go. CV coming out right off the bat.
A lot of boots coming out from everybody.
Lots of mobility. Almost.
Except for Ashe, which is to be expected. However, I'm surprised that she didn't go boots.
I am too, actually. She is not the fastest champion in the game.
Both teams going to cover their blue. Kind of on both sides of the map here. There's going to be no level 1 engages. However, looks like blue is moving up into the enemy jungle. Just kind of scouting early to find some kills or plan for a possible gank of top lane.
A lot of chat going down right now. But yes, looks like there won't be an invade. We could see a gank from blue top, though, when the Mordekaiser comes top eventually. A lot of chat going down, of course. Happens a lot.
And I'm surprised that it's very smart of Mord to walk that way instead of straight through his jungle. That'll probably save him getting just destroyed.
Yes, and ping's coming out for the CV. They do CV down here. We will see Pin throw a ward down in that bottom bush and going for the Wraith with the consume. So his first skill being consumed, so they could be doing that double jungle you were talking about.
Yeah, I really think that this is smart of him to go in there and just kind of get an early
but he needs to be careful with Leona coming around here, who she is smart at. Wow, this is very interesting. It's almost like they know that he is there, but they don't at the same time, if that makes any sense. So
it's really smart of Nunu to ward. The way he warded right there, in that bush. He knew when they would be coming, and now he can just invade with Jarvan. However, Olaf is going to go up and try to steal either the blue, the red, or the wraiths. Just kind of getting an axe thrown there just to see what's going on, and Jarvan does steal their red.
So yes,
But
that
Olaf
double
is
smite.
pulling their red. So
oh yeah, look at that. So that double smite was on purpose, and they will see a gank here bottom lane, but they are going to be able to escape there without any problems at all. I don't even know if they got any damage off on Ashe or Leona.
just a little on Ashe, you know, and it was Jarvan landing his spear toss and didn't knock anyone up, unfortunately. So
the first gank
wasn't able
attempt
to land his spell.
not going as planned, I am assuming there, but Jarvan does have double buff as well as Olaf, who took the red buff from the purple team and is now going for those double golems. So a little bit of counter jungling coming out from both teams here early, which could slow Jarvan down. He is right now 10 CS to Olaf's 8. They both have double buff, so neither one of them really too far behind. And a gank coming out from Olaf top, but Axe does hit on Mordekaiser, but not a lot of damage. Ignite going off, but he will get away.
Close flash.
Close. I think Wukong was a little behind there, following up on Olaf, but Jarvan coming into the tri-bush, and a lot of damage being put out on Olaf.
Catches Olaf.
And they
Nice
will
first
pick up
blood.
the first blood with Jarvan there. Not sure why Olaf was going, probably to pick off the Mordekaiser, who was wounded, but it looks like the Monkey King will also go down here to Jarvan, Jarvan picking up 2 quick kills really quickly. Cassiopeia, very good map awareness there, coming up the river to help.
Surprised in Annie how slow she was to react to that. She saw that was going on in the river, but chose to kind of hang back instead when she could have helped. I think she was close to having her pyro, her energize as well.
Yeah, so that was very interesting. It looked like a little bit of miscommunication coming out from the Nguns at that point, with the Wukong a little bit late on that gank top lane, and then that with the Annie not following Cassiopeia up the river really to kind of help out there. Possibly could have been that she already knew that he was going down and didn't want to go down herself. So here comes Jarvan mid lane on Annie. Not fast enough to catch her. She is moving really fast with those boots. Jarvan only having the cloth, so she'll be able to get away from that pretty easily. No
So a great thing you notice is they left Cog Maw bottom, and Cog just hugged his tower, and he actually did really well in terms of CS. He's still ahead of Ashe in terms of CS. This also allowed him to get ahead in levels while Nuno was out counter jungling, and obviously with that, two early kills, good early advantage for the purple team.
Now it looks like we do have Nunu who just disconnected. Not sure what is happening there, but that could prove to hurt them in the end. So
A little bit of damage coming off Cog Maw on the bottom.
And with the latest update, the other team does not know that Nunu right now is disconnected. The timer does go 5 minutes before that's announced to the other team, so they do not have any idea he has disconnected. Before, when you saw that,
Is the kind of keeping a nice CS lead on top of the Monkey King with his harass too.
oh,
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, that is a really nice feature.
yeah, before they had that, I mean, it would announce that they were disconnected, and you just went gung ho for whoever was in that lane, pretty much. And I'd seen a few games that were the tides turned real quick when somebody disconnected, because you just knew that they were only had 4 players, and you could just push as much as you wanted, and they couldn't stop 5 people.
Kog'Maw's doing a really good job of locking his lane just before tower range. That way he can still farm CS effectively. Ashe is catching up. She was behind 15 or so, and she is now only 3 or 4 behind.
So very good. The only thing Nunu, since he is support, the only thing he's really missing out on here is experience, which is very crucial for a support. They don't get a lot of experience to begin with because they're support, and they're usually out planting those wards and not in lane as much. But he did reconnect, so that is a good thing. Although he is only level 3, so we'll see what happens there. Kog'Maw hitting level 6.
Kog'Maw is definitely going to be getting advantage from this, though. There's a good stun by Leona, but underneath the towers, it's not going to be really effective.
Yes, and as
anyways, with Kog'Maw being able to farm this lane, he's not only getting significantly ahead in levels compared to his counterparts, but being able to farm a lot of gold just kind of under his tower.
Yeah, very true. Very protected with that tower. Obviously 53 to 51 CS.
And he ganked middle with Olaf. Great flash and stun. She used her flash? She didn't use her flash, I'm sorry. She did use her Tibbers and was able to get an easy kill with Olaf right behind.
Totally missed it. Glad you saw that. I got the very tail end of it. So I was busy watching bottom lane there. Well, not a lot going top lane, as top lane just, those guys just like to farm. If you like to farm, top lane is the place for you. So, but we do have a big push coming mid lane by Annie.
Bottom's also
Olaf.
getting harassed as well. You got the support, Ashe arrows out, stuns, Nunu is frosting, and Kog'Maw popping his W, but still not able to kill Ashe. Some good output, some good damage output there. No kills secured, but a lot of harass, and that'll help secure Purple's bottom lane to be able to push out a little bit further.
Yeah, and right now the only difference really being that one kill, as you can see, it's only about a 1k difference in gold for Baby Koalas, taking advantage.
Stun and ultimate from Leona with Olaf coming in for a gank, and they're just screaming on Kog'Maw. I meant destroying, whatever, killing him. And they're going to chase him on the tower and kill him.
Yeah,
but I think Olaf's going to get killed here. Oh, nice juke, but nope, not going to do it.
Oh, and that was not worth it in my opinion. 2 kills for the price of a Kog'Maw.
Definitely a well-baited play by Kog'Maw.
Yes, very
much. And good map awareness by the rest of their team, and now they're going to go for an easy dragon here.
Yes.
So the gold advantage pushing ahead to 3k.
It's going to 3k. It will go up with this dragon, however, just slightly. Ashe trying to steal that away with her volley, but won't happen. Don't bromancimate me. Coming out from Kog'Maw in all chat. Olaf definitely paying the price with that Kog'Maw passive, which that die proved to not be as good as they thought it would be. And actually, Annie had come down the lane to try and help out and was going back when the whole rest of the other team came in and kind of destroyed Ashe, who was there.
Now we have a Jarvan with 3 kills. He's up to 3,230 gold or so. Quite a significant lead. Also with Kog'Maw being able to just farm bottom, now pushing close to 3,000 total, or 3,300 total gold. And notice that by his items, he's quite ahead of Ashe, even though he's down, or he has a kill and a death. But still maintaining his farm. He has now gotten behind Ashe in terms of farm, and he's really low health now. So we'll see what bottom lane can do with him being so low.
And I did miss that kill top lane. Mordekaiser falling to the Monkey King. Not sure what the exchange happened there. I saw Kog'Maw getting low, so I switched down to bottom lane. Kog'Maw was able to escape, and that's when
Jarvan coming in trying to do some harassing the Monkey King. Monkey King not even popping his clone, just landing his crushing blow, and he's maxed crushing blow, which is really great against these high armor targets.
Yeah, very much so. And he does have 3 Dorans, which even with the buff, I still think that's a very viable item. They only reduced the health by 20 from 100 to 80. They kept the attack damage and the life still the same, so still getting quite a bit of good stats. But Cassiopeia going down bottom lane by a 4-person gank. And Kog'Maw trying to get away, but will get stunned by the Annie. And Olaf nearly going down again to the Kog'Maw ult. But looks like from that gank they will get 2 kills and a tower, which should put them, yes,
about even in gold now. So, and now they're up ahead in kills as well. So, first tower goes down, blue team.
So
and
yeah,
looks like go back to buy. Mordekaiser's finished his Will of the Ancients, so he's going to be able to have a little bit more sustain. However, Monkey King going in, Mordekaiser can't really do a lot when there's not other minions or champions to shield himself. He'll have a much weaker shield. I think he's going to... he must have a ward in there, or... No, he didn't.
no, he just knows he's still there. There is a ward in the river, so he does know he went that way, so I think he was just trying to see where he was. Mord does have a pink ward, I'm guessing, to counter the clone. But Monkey King just doing a very good job at poking. And right there, ult coming out from the Monkey King. A lot of damage. Mord pops his ult. And it looks like Monkey King will pick up Mord. And it looks like
barely
he will barely escape.
He had to ignite on him as well. I'm surprised that he didn't, but that was a good job. Good gank.
25 hit points there. So almost went down to that mortal, but Annie's going to pick up blue for end guns, and we'll be able to stay in lane nearly forever now. That blue being so nice on both mid champs. So we'll just see a lot of exchange. Right now, ping's coming out on Olaf. Jarvan did see him there, so they'll put a ward. Wards everywhere right now. Let's check out the vision.
That's good.
Purple does have a lot of
team,
vision.
you see, blue's got 1 at the dragon and then 2 in the top lane, which is good for Monkey King. He can prevent himself from getting ganked. Blue has quite a bit more, kind of covering the entrance to their jungle on both sides. They're blue as well, so good coverage from the purple team.
Yeah, very much.
Bottom lane, Kog'Maw is getting jumped. Flash in. Oh, good flash. He avoided Leona's.
Oh, and then double exchange mid coming out. Annie and Cassiopeia taking each other down. Olaf getting a little bit caught out of position there. Ult coming out from Jarvan. Nunu is also there. And Olaf will just pop his ult and be able to get away without any
really
problems.
Smart of, I think it was smart of Olaf to switch targets from Jarvan to Nunu's. Nunu's a little bit weaker. He could probably burst him down a lot faster than Jarvan. Plus, with Monkey King coming down, they could have done a lot more damage. So, also smart by Jarvan and Nunu to know that there.
Yeah, very much so. Nunu not only having 52 armor as Jarvan has 112, so very smart change there as far as durability goes. So it looks like bot lane there still just farming it up. Kog'Maw getting pretty risky there right before that gank happened. Getting fairly low, but was able to escape with that flash I believe you saw.
And interesting, Ashe is going for a Zeal first over building an IE, which is more standard. And red team's coming in for a gank. They grab Ashe. Jarvan, good spear toss. However, Leona landed her ult, stunned, and slowed a bunch of people. Ashe is just going to go down from Kog'Maw's ult. Olaf is really focusing on Kog'Maw, but Kog'Maw's kind of kiting him, able to really help the team secure that kill. But Olaf gets the kill on Kog'Maw, surprisingly. I'm surprised Kog'Maw didn't run away.
And it was actually Leona that picked up the kill on Kog'Maw there. But she did not get out of it alive. So a 3-for-1 exchange there. Baby Koalas being on the positive side of that one, with Kog'Maw just getting focused. But while Kog'Maw was getting focused, Jarvan was just pounding away on the others. And Monkey King taking down Mordekaiser again. Underneath the tower even.
And purple team did pick up their second dragon, right? So
yes. So purple team does have 2 dragons. They are up by 3k gold, but down by 1 kill. So those dragons really proving to be the turning point right now as far as gold.
We have 3 blue team up top just pounding on that tower, and purple is not going to be able to respond to that in time.
Definitely not. Only 2 of them up there. So, and to 4. Olaf picking up the, looks like he picked up, what's it called? Oracle. Ash Arrow coming out on Jarvan. Volley coming out, but Jarvan will escape with his spear over the wall. And they picked up that, oh, I was going to say they picked up that.
Monkey King again from Mord, but Mord is a little bit stronger this time. Lands his ult, and Monkey King just flashes out of there. It's very smart. We got a big battle going down middle here. Cassiopeia landing a great ult, stunning 2 or 3 people, and now is just kiting the rest of the team, while Nunu coming in from behind. Monkey King comes in for a good Q, helps secure that Nunu kill.
Yeah, and Cass is trying to pick up the Monkey King. She will not. It looks like she'll get stunned, and Monkey King does go down before he picks up the kill. Leona picking up another kill, and Mord is just getting chased by Olaf and Leona. We'll see.
Wow, really bad axe by Olaf. I thought for sure I mean, Mord didn't even really juke it, so he was just being a little proactive, I guess. But yeah, and nice axe, and here they go. This is going to be a kill for sure. Olaf is probably going to get taken out by that turret, though.
Olaf having a rough time. Every kill he gets, it seems like he's getting taken down by either a cog passive or a tower. But Leona picking up the tower kill, but Jarvan will ult on Leona. She is very tanky right now, not taking a lot of damage. But it looks like she will
fall. When she has her Eclipse up, her Eclipse raises her armor and magic resistance by 70, so very tanky when she pops that.
Very tanky, definitely, and a perfect flash right there coming out from Leona. With 2 people chasing her, she was able to flash into turret range, no minions around, so they would have got targeted, but she was able to get away with minimal life and able to take down a tower and get away, so very well played by Leona right there.
So looking at the farm, we've got Kog'Maw 114. Ashe has kind of fallen behind. Even though she's secured a kill, she's definitely low. Monkey King is flashed in with did Nimble Strike into his ult. Almost took out Kog'Maw, but Cassiopeia comes in to help support him and push him back.
And Nunu picks off the blue buff from Annie, who he picked it off with Smite, actually. She was just welling on the golems, and Nunu just came around the corner, smited it, and ran away.
The chat's always funny to read.
Yeah. And he wanted it, but so did Nunu.
Well, Mord picks up the top tower, so the second one for a purple team. Mord just pushing that top while everyone was focused elsewhere. Monkey King is going to have to go back and clear out that minion wave.
Yeah, for sure. While they were all it seemed a little chaotic there for a minute. I was going to mention that during all that chaos, Mord was able to just push that lane top and pick up the tower kill. Mord being one of the best pushers in the game with his AoE combo. And Jarvan going top. Not sure what he's doing, just running back and forth there for a second.
You know, we're getting into the 20-minute mark here. We really should start seeing a lot more team play. The purple team now has 2 Will of the Ancients, so that'll be great for their casters and well, for everyone. Physical abilities also proc that as well. So some pretty good sustain coming out of purple. They're clearing the dragon ward. Dragon will be up again shortly. But hopefully we'll see some good initiates. I'd like to see a good Jarvan initiate. Jarvan does ult onto Olaf. Olaf turns right around and just starts screaming on him.
Oh, that true damage really proving its worth right there. Olaf. Oh, and they stun the Nunu so the ult won't go off. Cassiopeia will go down to Annie from the Tibbers, and Olaf will get Nunu there. Very well timed Tibbers on. A lot of damage out on Kog'Maw. Oh, and they will
that Zenith blade was perfect from the Empire. That was a great Zenith blade, able to get in there and stun Kog'Maw, and then just have everyone follow up with the damage.
It looks like Olaf went
going for
down.
the kill.
Mord, will she get away? No, not gonna get away this time. But Olaf did go down again to the Kog'Maw passive. Just thought that was kind of funny there. Olaf was coming in to Not sure what he was doing, but came in there, Cogma went to him, and picked up the kill.
And here comes a good... Oh, and he forces a flash. So now Monkey King is without a flash. As Nunu came in.
There's a lot of trash talking going down right now. Leona not getting in the way that time, but...
So Kog'Maw is pushing 7,100 gold, while Ash is at 5,100, and we see that he has now finished his IE. He still has 2 Dorans, picked up a dagger and a Vampiric Scepter, so he's actually pretty strong now. However, he's dying a lot. He's kind of getting out of position, getting caught. Really want to see him stick with his team and push for objectives now. So Purple's going to pick up their 3rd dragon as they pull it out here, and Blue is not anywhere near to contest that.
Yeah, they'll get another dragon there. So even though they're behind in kills, they picked up, I believe it's 3 dragons now, which is 190 gold around the whole team. So it looks like they're trying to clear out some wards around Baron and see if they force a Baron fight. I don't think they will. Ward is top, but they do have 4 mid, so... And Ash is just trying to catch up in farm to Kog'Maw, knowing that she is down by a substantial amount of gold. Ash arrow coming down, but will hit Kog'Maw, but no one is around to take advantage of that as Olaf went down to a 4v1.
And now we're getting into more team fights, which is what I'm looking forward to, as Purple pushes in now with a 4v5 advantage. I'm just going to take this down this tower really quickly.
Yeah, no real way to stop them from taking that tower, as Olaf is about to come back up, but without him there, they can't really engage a 5 versus 4 fight.
Right. And Purple just has incredible lane pushing power, so many abilities to just destroy a lane very quickly, and he can do that pretty easily, but everyone else has a single target type damage, so Purple being able to push a lane while they're hitting a tower is going to give him a slight advantage as well. And Mord's split pushing on top, which is good. He needs to push that lane so he can keep an advantage for their team.
Yeah, getting his CS back up there. He does have Ryland and the Will of the Ancients, but we will see a Baron attempt. Looks like they're just going to try and poke it a little and back off. No sense in fighting that right now, as the whole team of Baby Koalas is around there.
Nunu's doing a great job of warding. If you notice, he's got a lot of wards kind of in their jungle now, so he can see early on where people are at each objectives, or if they're heading towards somewhere alone, so that's nice. While Blue only has... Blue has some decent... They've got 1 in the Baron and 1 in the enemy kind of tri-path or quad path, whatever they're, the cross path.
Yeah, Purple team really having a lot of wards around Baron. It looks like we could see a Baron attempt here really soon. Both teams kind of, hovering around that area. Neither really wanting to engage, it looks like.
Both kind of know where each other are. You know, Purple has those wards there, so they know that they're in their jungle, kind of derping around, looking for a possible Baron, or at least try to force a fight in that area.
Exactly. One thing to note, the 30-minute mark is approaching. If you do finish the game under 30 minutes, you do get an extra point towards the standings. I don't know if either team can really push and get that under that 30 minutes in 3.5 minutes, so neither team going to pick up an extra point here. This will be a solid 2 for whoever pulls this one out. But right,
it'd have to be a really good engage, and they do catch Olaf out, as he is just going down fast. Good ult by Jarvan keeping him in there, even though Olaf had ulted. A lot of damage coming out on everybody, a lot of flashes going down. Monkey King was able to get in there and pop his ult and get out of there with a flash. And Jarvan and Nunu are both dead, while Monkey King is barely alive, and Olaf is the only one that goes down for Blue. So actually a good exchange for Blue in terms of surviving.
Yeah, and I
able
think
to get
that's what
people.
both teams were looking for, some kind of engage there. Olaf getting caught, but with his, shoot, I can't remember the name of that skill. With his vicious strikes, he's able to stay alive a little bit longer, and his ult coming down there, so he was able to stay in, getting a little bit of damage in before he died, and eventually led to the
problem is that
1.
Currently, oh sorry, go ahead. Yeah, currently Olaf he only put 1 point into that actually, and decided to max undertow before he did vicious strikes, which is very strange to me. I know that there's a fast cooldown when you pick up your axe from undertow, but the survivability with vicious strikes seems like it would be a better thing to do, especially since it increases your damage based on your maximum health. I'm surprised that he didn't max that first and just put 1 point into Q.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one. Also, he didn't max out Reckless Swing either. That being the true damage that is dealt to his target, bypassing any kind of resistance. He's only got 4 points in that, so a little bit of an interesting.
Yeah, and it was pointed out to me though that Q is good for farming jungle, since it is such a fast cooldown, and that could be why he did it. However, I don't think you need to max it to 5 to be efficient, because after a certain amount, your other abilities should be able to maintain. So.
Yeah. So both teams, looks like a few of them going back. Purple team's going to go back and buy some stuff. Both teams being really hesitant right now. No one really wanting to engage here. Just everybody's farming
And I'm
around.
surprised that they're not. Ashe is significantly behind in terms of items compared to Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw has finished his Phantom Dancers as well as his IE. He still has 2 Dorans and a Vampiric Scepter, so he's very strong in terms of damage compared to Ashe. Ashe just has her BF sword, has her Zeal only, so they really should be taking advantage of this. And as we see, Purple team's going for a Baron kill now. Blue team does know that they're there, but Purple does catch them with a ward, and they're going to force this fight. Jarvan launches in with the Lulu or a Leona ult and a great Ashe arrow. Blue is just going to sweep up. Really great initiation by the blue team with Leona's ultimate and an Ashe arrow.
And
able to just take them out.
And the Anti-Tibbers, so a lot of...
Anti-Tibbers and Monkey King. I mean, there's a lot of great CC coming from the blue team that just helps secure that win for them. Yes. So an ace for the blue team.
Ace coming out,
and
for
they're going
to
push
team.
for
3 of them being alive, so it was a 5 versus 2 exchange. I would recommend just pushing the towers right here. As low as the Monkey King is, you can't really do Baron. Ashe does do substantial damage, but not enough for them to get the Baron. Nunu is up. So
you know, it's really good though that they push this middle turret. If they can push all their lanes, they can still go back to base and get a Baron kill. So, and one of the big things that turned that fight around was that Cassiopeia was kind of separated from the group. She was all alone. So it was 4 people on Baron, and then the blue team was able to come up and just kind of split them. And then, of course, with their massive amounts of CC, just take them all out. There's just no chance.
Very much. Wukong flirting a little there. Whole team is coming in on him. It looks like they're not going to be able to find him in time, though. But they're going to rush for Baron. They know Wukong's going back. They do know that the rest of the other team is bottom, so they're going to probably pick up Dragon. Annie is the only one around. She could stun them. She's still, I would assume, trying to steal it, but they pick it up with the double smite without any problems. Ashe arrow came out, but a little too late.
And if you noticed, all the blue team was down here in the enemy blue and dragon area, so they just had no way to respond to that. So, good job by the purple team picking up that Baron.
Yeah.
They just cleared the minion, and like I mentioned before, they have the ability to clear minion waves really quickly. So and the super minions had not had a chance to get up to their base yet, so they were just able to push really quickly. And obviously with this Baron buff, now they have really high sustain. The biggest buff being their regeneration, so being able to stay and push a lot faster and easier.
And with that Kog'Maw range and damage, they'll probably comes a few ults. Wukong coming out. Nunu will go down, and it looks like Jarvan goes down. Leona picking up a double kill. Wukong picking up a kill. And he will
Just
go
so
down
much
to Cog.
CC, it's incredible. Such good initiation by Wukong getting there, and he hit every single person with his ultimate and just knocked them all up. And at that point, you know, they're all slowed, they're knocked up. Ashe is going to initiate with her arrow and slow and stun everybody. Mord didn't even stay around, he just took off.
Ashe arrow almost hitting Mord there, probably would have got him. Wukong doing a lot of damage here. Mord will have to flash away, but it looks like even though they did have that Baron buff, it didn't help them against the crowd control of Wukong, Ashe arrow, and Leona ult.
Yeah, very well executed by the blue team in terms of getting those ults off. And Mord does ult Wukong and Ignite as well, and he may just barely
Gonna get away
barely
again. No, he goes down, and Ashe has to be careful though.
He
here.
had one tick left.
Oh no, he's gonna go back. Even with his ghost, he's gonna go back. So Nunu's gonna try and pick up Ashe here. He will throw out the slow. Jarvan's coming in. Ashe doing some damage. Jarvan, they will. Oh, the hill coming off. Will she get away? No, the ult from Cog being enough.
I'm surprised none of the rest of his team came to help him at all. There's no pings or anything though. There must have been a kind of breakdown of communication, but Ashe just didn't know that Jarvan was there, so she thought she could take out Nunu, which she could have, but Jarvan was there, so.
Yeah, Jarvan came around there, that bush,
So Purple's going to push again. It looks like they're pushing out both lanes with 3 in the middle. Cassio's taking bottom lane. Mord's pushing top, which is good. This is what we want to see is team fighting is poor, but he can push out a lane. Oh, really bad anti-ult. Misses everybody. Nunu going in for a kill, or for an ult, but just doesn't hit anybody either. Bunch of minions, and takes a lot of damage from Annie at the same time.
That's a lot of...
And they need to run, because here comes Olaf and Leona.
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities there, I think. A lot of missed skills. Annie missing with the Tibbers. Slightly missed. Not by much. Leona ult missed. Olaf missed with his axe. So no one actually dying in that fight. As Wukong proven he is viable, not viable, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't remember. He's all by himself though now, mid lane, but so this one just reaching the 35-minute mark, and it looks like we have Baby Koalas with a my math's terrible right now. Almost a 4K gold lead, so not super substantial. Both teams
Actually,
and it's 29-23, so the Baron and the Dragons are proving to be the gold differential. Kog'Maw has a very good build right now. Looks like he picked up a Giant's belt.
looks like Wukong is getting caught out here. Pops his ult to get away. Does good knockup. Jarvan with an amazing spear and ultimate, catching 2 people off guard there, and Kog'Maw just beating on Wukong as quick as he can. Wukong trying to do his ghost or his image, but doesn't work. So good play by Purple. And you know, it's interesting, Purple actually does have a gold advantage, but they've been really suffering in terms of team fights. But when they manage to do a good team fight, they can really put on the pain. Here we go. We see a good CC coming out by Purple and just taking down 2 people super easy. That Kog'Maw's just got great damage now, and they're just pushing down these towers, and it looks like this may be the end of game 1. With a surprising turnaround. I thought Blue would turn this around, but looks like Purple team has finally got their team fight, at least got it together enough to take out this inhibitor.
Yes, they did. So Baby Koalas coming out with the victory in this one against N-Guns. Very close match there. It looks like the farm of... There's a double explosion. The farm of Baby Koalas really paid off there in the end, as we saw that final push with Wukong getting picked off. It really seemed to hurt hurt them
No, it
in
was
there
a
at
really
the end.
great game, though. A lot of back and forth. We saw the early aggression uh, by the purple team with the double smite. I thought for sure that would secure a really great advantage for them. However, blue team came back and really showed them that they had strong team fight abilities. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough in the end, with Kog'Maw finally managing to stay behind and let his team do the work to maintain him. So he kind of secured a bunch of kills there at the end. So all around good play. Excited to see the next match.
If we had another one, we only play one.
Oh, I didn't know that. No,
Yeah.
my bad. I
No.
knew that. I knew that.
No, we only play one during season, but during the
That's
tournament
right.
we play a few more. So picking up the victory will be the Baby Koalas, doing it in 36 minutes. Very close game there coming out. Both teams executing their strategies fairly well, I would say. The team fights of Nguns very well executed. Just that last Wukong pickoff seemed to hurt them quite a bit as far as the team fights go. So the purple team was just able to push there at the end with only being a 4 versus 5 fight, and they pulled off the victory even though they were only 26 to 31 kills. And the
Yep.
invites are coming out for the admin game. So looks like we got up to, I showed 16 viewers watching the game. Very well played by both teams. Congratulations go out to Baby Koalas, who picked up the victory. And excited to see more from both of these teams. Very well played. Very evenly matched. I don't know what I could say as far as the blue team, what they could have done differently. Both teams just played really well.
Yeah, they did great. It was really exciting game to watch. I loved the back and forth. I really was rooting for the blue team with the amount of TC that they had, but it didn't pan out that way. So congratulations to the winners. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Just a reminder, everyone, we will have the admin game. Slice Your Dead does stream that. I don't. He streams it. We all getting one call and just go all random, normal 5 versus 5 game. Pretty fun. I'm not sure if they got the switching corrected. It was glitched last week. So once you got random, you were stuck with whoever you had. Proved out to be pretty fun. We've had some interesting matchups. We've had some quirky jungles, some really weird stuff. We had a Shaco Eve combination bottom lane one week, both going AP. Pretty fun stuff. I just apologize. A few people wanted K-pop. I don't play music during the stream, so apologize for that. It's a lot better to get our casting than it is the music.
You can watch IPL 4 again if you want to listen to K-pop.
Actually, Baby Koalas, that's what they listen to when they play, so.
Nice.
Yep. First game I ever played, I went like 18-4 and 13 or something like that. When I listened to it, it was kind of funny that happened when I was listening to it. But so we will have the admin game. Join us next week. Check Facebook to see who we will be casting. Times will be 10 o'clock as usual. Hopefully we'll see everyone back here next week for another exciting matchup between two of our other teams. Not sure who it will be. Like us on Facebook, you'll find out. Follow us on Twitter at Utah LOL Battles. And hopefully we'll see you here next week. And keep watching. We need the support of you guys. Helps us out a lot. So, as for right now, check out Slice's stream. We'll post it in the Utah channel or on Facebook. You can watch us all beat up on each other. All the admins play, and it's pretty fun times. So, thanks for coming. Thank Cajun Asian for his casting this week. Hopefully we can have him back again.
Hopefully.
But thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week.